Hello, my name is Chloe Folan, and as always, you're very welcome to this video, 5 Raid Soul Stars. Even though this video is publicly available and anyone's welcome to watch it, I just want to highlight that this is a video for advanced meditators, meaning people who are already very advanced with building the Antakarana and integrating the light body. So please do keep that in mind. If you have not already studied the Antakarana video series that I released back in 2021 and the accompanying PDF, please do understand that that PDF and the video series do need to be watched for what I'm about to discuss to make more sense, because that's who this video is for. So this video has been created because of overlapping questions I've had since the video series and PDF release, meaning in particular, a lot of questions around the formation of the 5 Raid Soul Star, people just seeking some clarity on what's discussed about the 5 Raid Soul Star. So actually, that'll be a good place to start, just in case you're not familiar with the material. I'll just share my screen. On my website, www.chloefolan.com, and I'll put a link down the bottom of the video. There is a tab, there's a website tab, meaning when you come to my homepage, you'll see a button called Building the Rainbow Bridge. If you click on that button, the forward is there at the start of the web page, but if you scroll down to the very bottom, there is a link. Download the Rainbow Bridge PDF, the Antakarana PDF as it's now being called, and you'll be brought to this document. So this is the document that I'm going to be discussing. And then on my website, and I'll put a link down the bottom as well, there is a video series called Antakarana, Building the Rainbow Bridge, and you'll see there's already a few compilation videos, and these videos are discussing stages of building the Rainbow Bridge in detail, stages of building the Antakarana and integrating the light body. So those are the videos, and that is the PDF that would need to have already been studied for some of what I'm about to discuss to make more sense. So please keep that in mind. And with that now clarified and out of the way, I'm now going to speak as if I am talking to people that have already studied that document and have already watched the free video series. So this is a 5 Raid Soul Star. This is the Soul Star that is discussed in the document 5 Raid Soul Star. So the reason why I call it a 5 Raid Soul Star is this is how the Soul Star Chakra transforms. Because as most people are aware, when you're very first starting to meditate, the Soul Star Chakra is usually perceived or sensed as a small spark of light about 6 inches above the head. But then if you combine proper mantras with a proper karmic clearing technique, over time, as the mantras and proper karmic clearing technique are worked with over time, that will cause the Soul Star Chakra to transform into what is called a 5 Raid Soul Star above the head. At that point, when the Soul Star Chakra becomes a 5 Raid Soul Star, it is, of course, then more than 6 inches above the head, maybe around 8 inches at that point when it transforms into a 5 Raid Soul Star. There are many ways of discussing what causes the Soul Star Chakra to transform into a 5 Raid Soul Star. Many ways to discuss it. I'm just going to briefly speak about the Antakarana threads. The manifestation of the 5 Raid Soul Star above the head of an advanced meditator marks that the foundations of the Antakarana threads have been woven, the foundations. So the Antakarana threads still continue to extend and mature and blend and fuse. But when an advanced meditator has that 5-rayed soul star above the head, that shows that the 5 main Antakarana threads have been woven, the foundations of the 5 main Antakarana threads, the foundations have been laid, the foundations have been woven, that you're at a very high point with Antakarana thread weaving at that point, the 5 main threads being anchored, the foundations of them. A maturation process still continues. But that anchoring of the 5 main portions of the 5 main threads of the Antakarana is what produces a 5-rayed soul star, meaning a portion of the woven consciousness thread, a portion of the woven wisdom thread, a portion of the woven love thread, a portion of the knowledge thread, and a portion of the service thread radiate in light waves through a 5-rayed soul star and transmit those energies as well. In other words, an advanced meditator having this 5-rayed soul star manifest above the head, it's nearly like looking at someone who's become a lighthouse. You know how there's a lighthouse, and up the top of the lighthouse there's a light. There's a light that shines. There's a light that gets your attention. There's a light there that shines. So that 5-rayed soul star is basically like the light on a lighthouse of an advanced meditator, and it radiates those anchored qualities of service, conscious awareness, wisdom, love, and knowledge. Just on that as well, just before I talk about what's connected to that 5-rayed soul star, this is why a soul star chakra is called a soul star chakra. And once again, it's another piece of lost wisdom. And another reason why it's a piece of lost wisdom is collectively. Once again, I'm not talking about in small groups, collectively, because of issues I've tried to discuss in previous videos. Proper information and proper auric plates that can be used as guides to meditate on while you do your karmic clearing work. Not enough decent information has gotten out there, and people are following some very strange stuff. And I won't get into that into this video, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is another piece of lost wisdom. And it wouldn't be lost wisdom if more people were developing this 5-rayed soul star. It's lost wisdom because people want to bicker over bits of information that aren't doing them any favors, or bicker over a strange technique that doesn't do what it claims. So I'll say that again, this would not be lost wisdom if there was better information out there. So this is why a soul star chakra is called a soul star. No one is born with a 5-rayed soul star above their head, nor will they be. I've talked about that in a previous video. Stage 1 and stage 2 of building the Antakarana. Please reference that video as to why no one is born with a 5-rayed soul star fully developed. You were born with the potential of a 5-rayed soul star within the soul star chakra above your head through proper karmic clearing work that's continually worked with, along with being given an auric plate to meditate on, hence why this is included in the Antakarana PDF. Meditating on this soul star chakra, along with proper karmic clearing work, and I highly recommend the Rainbow Bridge techniques. They're available for free. Over time, your soul star chakra will develop into a 5-rayed soul star. A star, literally a star of Antakarana threads above your head. Soul star chakra, 5-rayed soul star. The transformation of your soul star just being an orb of light into a 5-pointed star of light above your head, but it takes time. It takes time. And not only does it take time and patience with a proper karmic clearing technique, it needs to be continually done and gently meditated on. So patience is key here, the virtue of patience. Virtue of patience combined with karmic clearing technique that works and that is continually practiced and worked with, to get that lovely, beautiful star above the head, radiating those qualities through you and through your auric field of conscious awareness, wisdom, love, knowledge, and service. So that 5-rayed soul star manifests at the end of stage 5 of building the rainbow bridge. I'll say that again. This star manifests when you have properly reached and consummated stage 5 of building the rainbow bridge. So stage 5 is building to your ray path chakra. And part of the manifestations of the end of stage 5 are the manifestation of that 5-rayed soul star above the head. But there is more to it than that with stage 5. There's more than that to what occurs as part of stage 5. I'm just zoning in on the 5-rayed soul star. So you might want to revise the Antakrana video on stage 5 of building the rainbow bridge and reading that information in the PDF to get a more well-rounded idea of everything that's a part of stage 5 of building the rainbow bridge. I'm just zoning in on this one piece of phenomena that happens at the end of stage 5, this one piece of that 5-rayed soul star forming above the head of advanced meditators at the end of stage 5. So the other question I get asked about this 5-rayed soul star is its connection to, and once again, please forgive my pronunciations, Alcone star or Aclone star in the heavens, meaning this star is so important. And I'm at a loss as to why people would be offended over me suggesting its work towards. This is one of the bizarre things that I come across. I've been trying to gently tell people who ask me. I only ever bring this up when I'm asked. I'm very good at minding my own business. I only bring this up when I'm asked. Trying to tell people that there are big pieces that they are missing with building the Antakrana and therefore not building the Antakrana properly, because these pieces are getting missed. Because people don't know about these pieces. People aren't being given proper techniques for this. And it's a shame, and I'm going to explain why, because not only does this 5-rayed soul star radiate those Antakrana thread qualities through you when it's developed, it has a higher connection point to a star in the heavens. So on one level, let me try to explain that again. Not only do you radiate the qualities of consciousness, wisdom, love, knowledge, and service through your 5-rayed soul star when it's developed at the end of stage 5 of building the Antakrana, and you radiate those qualities through you, through your blended healing form bodies, through your auric field, through the 5-rayed soul star. Those high frequency energies flow through. What is the language for it in Ageless Wisdom speak? Radiating through your sphere of influence. So when you've developed that 5-rayed soul star, those qualities radiate through your sphere of influence, through you and your auric field. So on one level, that is the causation of that 5-rayed soul star. On another, it has a higher connection point to the Alcone or Aclone star in the heavens. And that's where I also get questions I would like to clarify. So if you have the PDF booklet, sorry, no, that's my Monadic Thread workshop manual. I'm going to be bringing that up again in a minute as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to find here. Apologies. So in the Antakarana PDF, if you have it, please turn to page 44 and page 45, because it's across those two pages that there's a lot of condensed but extremely important information on the transmitting qualities of that five-pointed star in relation to the connection points in the heavens. So that five-rayed soul star, that five-pointed star, because it's a star of light, it's more masculine in polarity because it's light. So in the Antakarana PDF, I call it the father star. But if that language isn't agreeable, you could also call it the light star or divine masculine star. Oh, I like that. I'm going to write that down myself. Divine masculine star. So I'll call it the divine masculine star, but the divine masculine star is the five-rayed soul star I'm discussing. And it is masculine in polarity because of the level of light it contains. So once again, no one twist my words, please. This isn't me saying masculine's better than feminine. It needs to be expressed through your feminine bodies. That's the polarity going on. So from your father star, from your divine masculine star, from your light star, your five-rayed soul star, the conscious awareness spoke, connects to the Great Bear constellation. The service spoke, meaning the green point in the five-rayed soul star, connects to Polaris. The love spoke, the love thread in the five-rayed soul star, on another level connects to the Pleiades. And on another level, the wisdom spoke, the blue Antakarana thread in the five-rayed soul star, connects to Arcturus. And then the knowledge thread connects to Sirius. So in other words, just coming back on that, I'm just going to bring back up the labeled five-rayed soul star. So conscious awareness, wisdom, love, knowledge, service. On a lower level, it radiates those qualities through your sphere of influence. On a higher level, that five-rayed soul star acts like an antennae that picks up on heavenly transmissions, divine transmissions, if you will, from, and it's here in the PDF. I'll come back to the PDF. So the conscious awareness spoke, can receive transmissions, divine transmissions from the Great Bear constellation. The service thread, the green spoke, receives transmissions from Polaris. The love spoke picks up on transmissions from the Pleiades. The wisdom spoke picks up on transmissions from Arcturus. And the knowledge thread picks up on transmissions from Sirius. So it's not that you would be receiving those divine transmissions all the time. The development of that five-rayed soul star helps you to more clearly pick up on those transmissions when they've been received. So it's like receiving very direct inspirations from those heavenly bodies, that five-rayed soul star. You know, like the old TVs with the old antennae, and you had to, you know, maneuver the antennae to pick up transmissions to get a clear picture on the screen of your TV. That's what this five-rayed soul star does. This five-rayed soul star is your antennae for very clearly picking up transmissions and receiving transmissions and translating those transmissions into your field of service. I'll say that again. That beautiful, gorgeous 5-rayed soul star that does need to be worked for through proper karmic clearing techniques when it develops, helps you to pick up on and receive very clear transmissions from those heavenly bodies, and not just pick up a very clear transmission from those heavenly bodies, but then also translate those transmissions into your field of service. So a very, very important manifestation that is unfortunately largely look, can people allow me to be honest, please, without having bad reactions? This star is largely missing as a collective manifestation. And once again, if people are wondering why, you know, it's because certain people don't want to listen to what I'm trying to talk about. I'm trying to talk about people developing the ability to develop that gorgeous 5-rayed soul star for picking up very clear heavenly transmissions from those heavenly bodies. Because those heavenly bodies, Great Bear constellation, Polaris, Pleiades, Arcturus, and Sirius in the heavens form another star. So your 5-rayed soul star connects to that star in the heavens. There is a star, the Great Bear constellation, Polaris, Pleiades, Arcturus, and Sirius. Between those heavenly bodies, a star is in the heavens, a huge one. And your 5-rayed soul star is a lower reflection of that larger star in the heavens, very important star between those heavenly bodies, especially when it comes to developing your light body and being able to more clearly pick up on and ground heavenly transmissions through your field of service. So I just want to see if there's anything else. So yes, please do revise the information on page 44 and 45 of the PDF. I'll put a link down below. And for those that are interested to know about initiation, it would be my opinion, and please remember this is my research, it would be my opinion that the formation of that 5-rayed soul star marks coming towards the end of your second baptism initiation and starting into the preparation stages of your third transfiguration initiation. I'll say that again. It's my belief, but I'm open to debate on this. It's my belief through study, research, meticulous case studies. Some people have no idea just how meticulously I've been studying and documenting this phenomena and cross-referencing this phenomena. It's my belief that that 5-rayed soul star, so stage 5 of building the rainbow bridge, the end of stage 5 of building the rainbow bridge and the manifestation of that 5-rayed soul star marks the end of the second baptism initiation and the start of the third, because the end of the second initiation is simultaneously the preparation stages of the third initiation, because that star, another way of describing this star, and my advanced students know this already, another way of describing that star is the transfiguration of the mental plane. I'll say that again. That 5-pointed star manifesting above the head shows the start, not the beginning and end of, the start. This is one of the pieces of the start of the transfiguration third initiation. So I hope people who've been committed to misunderstanding me, over explaining that there's something very sideways with public knowledge about the initiations, meaning people being told the birth initiation, oh, it's just a little bit about diet and cleaning up your diet and a little bit around addictions. No, it's not. Or people being told that, oh, the second initiation is a little bit about, you know, emotional growth and emotional challenges. No, it's not. And then being told that the third initiation is just a little bit around mental thought or being more aware of your thoughts. No, it's not. The amount of people I come across who are working off that criteria that do not anywhere near have that star above their head. This is what I mean. This star is one of the markers, one small piece of the transfiguration third initiation. So if this star is not above someone's head, they have not had the third transfiguration initiation as described in the Bailey books or anywhere near it. So I hope people are understanding now what I'm talking about with auric markers. And also, therefore, please remember when I'm talking about those initiations, birth, baptism, transfiguration, not only am I talking about the initiations as described in the Bailey books by Ascended Master Dwell Kul, I'm also simultaneously talking about the universal initiations we are all subject to. I am trying to get better information out there about the universal initiations that we are all subject to. And I'm giving a lot of it out for free videos, free auric plates, free information that you can read up on. And the amount of people having a bad reaction to it because they haven't received all of the bits and pieces for understanding initiation more holistically, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that someone would have a strange reaction to being told, you realize there's this potential in you that you haven't reached yet. And the reason you haven't reached this potential is because you haven't had access to better information. So look, that's all I'm trying to do here, give people access to better information. But look, as the saying goes, you can't please everybody. So I'm here for advanced disciples. I'm here for advanced initiates. I'm here for people that are always open to other decent bits of information. I'm here to discuss and healthily debate with people who are well versed in what the universal initiations are and what they are not. So is there anything else I want to say on the matter? So yes, please do reference the Antakrana PDF. There'll be a link down below this video. And this diagram is in that booklet. Please also do feel free to watch the Antakrana PDF series, in particular, the video on stage 5 and stage 6 of building the Antakrana. And I just want to see if there's any other information I wanted to highlight. So yes, I've talked about the 5-rayed soul star. I've talked about how the soul star transforms into a 5-rayed soul star. I've talked about the qualities it radiates through your sphere of influence on a so-called lower level. And I've also spoken about this star's important connection point to a higher star in the heavens between those heavenly bodies. So I think that was everything that I needed to cover. That's what the main questions have cropped up around. So if you're one of the people who over the last 2-3 years have emailed me questions, I hope that continues to clarify your understanding around this gorgeous 5-rayed soul star. Yes, one bit of information I forgot to mention for anyone interested who maybe this information is new to. I mentioned that this auric plate, this is an auric plate of a real person. So this is an auric plate of someone who did phase 1 of Rainbow Bridge, completed a substantial amount of Rainbow Bridge phase 2, and then did some Monadic Thread work as well, meaning advanced rainbow bridge. So it did take them a few years of very patient, diligent karmic clearing technique work to develop this 5-rayed soul star. So those techniques are available for free, and they're mentioned in the PDF, but I'll put a link down below this video as well. So this does take a few years to develop. But like I said, my aim here is talking about decent, proper, healthy karmic clearing techniques and combining those with proper auric plates of the manifestations that occur as the Antakarana bridge is built properly from the ground up, and as the light body is integrated holistically without pieces missing, is what I'm trying to say. So is there anything else? So yes, this would take doing Rainbow Bridge Phase 1 and a substantial amount of Rainbow Bridge Phase 2 work. You might not need Monadic Thread. Continued Phase 2 work does produce this star as well, but I find a lot of people do need that extra bit of work with the advanced techniques to help bring this star in. So if you have any questions, please do email me, but please do give me a few days to reply. I'm very blessed with receiving a lot of queries and emails and questions from people that like to hear what I have to say, that like to consider that what I have to say, that enjoy just listening to and considering information that I'm sharing. So on that note, I would like to extend a big thank you to those who do support this work and do understand the value in listening and just considering information that a lot of work has been put into. A lot of care went into creating these auric plates. A lot of care went into documenting that free PDF, and it's all been released for free. So I would like to extend my thank yous to those that have always encouraged me to share what I know and see to be true and understand what I'm trying to do. So thank you very much. It means a lot right now that there are people out there that actually understand what I'm trying to do and achieve, because it is a monumental task. So thank you. On that note, I believe that's all I wanted to mention and bring up in this video. So as always, I hope it's been helpful. I hope it's been insightful. And if there's any questions, please contact me. 7-ray blessings to all.